The sound of the city welcomes New Yorkers and visitors alike. 24/7, there are yellow cabs eager to take you to heaven or hell. It's up to you to yell at your drivers or chat with them. Fast, cheap and available at any time, cabbies are the city's blood vessels. The drivers' stories mirror the history of New York, and sometimes the conversation can be quite entertaining. But there are also some very unique experiences to be had. A dimly lit notice is a snapshot of New York's diverse culture, and cab drivers the perfect guides to them. Food and where to go to have fun are good questions to start with, and if you are lucky in your quest, you will find your way to one of the city's specials, the Cash Cab and the Happy Cab. As ambassadors for the ever-changing city, cab drivers will also show you the way to secret New York. Just beware of what you ask.
Cab drivers are going to take you to places that travel guides would never take you. They're going to tell you about the best Indian restaurant in Queens you've never heard of before. They're going to take you places that, like, a lot of locals in New York don't even know about. That's the best way. If you really want to see the real New York City, not just a tourist New York City, have the taxi cab driver be your guide.
You never heard of the Happy Cab before?
On board the Happy Cab, not the right question, but the right answer will give you a free ride for life.
That's 3 letters long in Lower Manhattan. We get a free cab ride.
But also an excuse to break the ice with friendly,
Is it safe?
perhaps overly friendly,
It's safe.
No, it's terribly
strangers on the street.
dangerous.
What's the story here? What's the story here?
This is the Happy Cab.
We're in the Happy Cab.
All right, where are we going?
However, not is all merry in Cabbyland. Because of the recession, revenues in Los Angeles went down 15% last year. But not in New York, where paying with plastic is possible, and business actually went up.
What is this, a joke?
Brawls over credit cards usage between passengers and drivers are common currency, and the new cab sharing initiative still needs some explanation.
First person I meet asked me
Right,
about
this is the first time I'm trying. This is the first time
I'll
I'm
take
trying
you
it
for
too.
$8, no problem.
Meeting strangers is also part of the cab share game, but not everybody will play along, possibly sheltering behind their smartphones, or worse, staring at the TV screens. Once again, it's all about breaking the ice.
We absolutely spend time, chit-chatting a little bit in the morning. I normally take the taxi and I'm very quiet in the back seat, but with someone else, you feel more compelled to be social.
The drivers also want to be social. In fact, Bluetooth headset devices are for some unavoidable if they want to stay awake during their 12 to 15-hour shifts.
It's just not something that's appropriate customer service. So we're enforcing that by our Secret Shopper program, which is called Operation Secret Rider, where our officers go undercover, posing as passengers, going into the cabs to see whether they're talking on the phone. And now with these new rules, it's 3 strikes, you're out.
According to the Department of Motor Vehicles, taxis were involved in 7% of 76,000 crashes in 2008. Mobile phones were a distraction factor in only 14 cases. But on the bright side of the technology road, GPS is used effectively against reported cheeky rip-off techniques with the fares, and even for finding the best spot in the city to hail a cab. Still not happy with the service? You can always tweet about it or get your money back on the Cash Cab.
There are 13,000 cabs in the streets of the Big Apple, but there's only one that pays you. I definitely am the face of New York cab drivers at this point, which is a big change. It's not just a game show, it's not a reality show, it's both, and it's voyeuristic. You get to peep in on these people's lives in a moment when they're just kind of thrown into this random situation. You get to see how they react.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow, but I'll be hood forever. I'm the new
Traffic jams are also part of New York City's landscape, and getting in and out of Manhattan can turn into a nightmare, especially in the evenings. But you can get around this problem on board of ferries like the Water Taxi, and buy furniture in Brooklyn, go to a baseball game in the Bronx, or even party by night on an artificial beach in Queens. So now, if you excuse me, I'll go for the last option.
Yellow cab, gypsy cab, dollar cab, holla back for foreigners in
New York stays up all night thanks to the city's 13,000 cabs. And on rainy days like this, when the last thing you want to do is walk around in the cold, it's nice to know there's always a cab waiting for you to take you home. If possible, not alone. Because in a city of 8 million, sitting with strangers in a yellow cab by night is part of the adventure. Now just remember, what happens in the back of a cab stays in the cab.